Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I would do for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. Eat stuff and drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm honestly kind of amazed that I've never had this particular item from this particular location. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, oh yeah, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? What happens to me, my boom, a Killer's Confession shirt. What with the lead singer Waylon on the front. If you're unfamiliar with the band, A Killer's Confession, they've been around for around a decade or so now, actually. Quite famously, sort of within, certain communities of music enjoyers. Waylon had previously been one of the lead singers of the band Mushroomhead for quite a few years. And, there was kind of a falling out. And, Waylon left. Mushroomhead went their way. Waylon went his. And pretty much right after that, he went over there and he started up Killer's Confession as his new music project. They, kind of started from somewhat humble beginnings, sort of having to build from, the ground up again. But, these days they're over there. They're, playing big festivals. They just got through at the time I'm doing this. They were at the Gathering of the Juggalos. They've been doing some really awesome stuff. And personally, I think they've just gotten better and better as they've gone by. I really like them a lot. I've seen them perform a number of times. I actually have videos of said performances on this channel, just in case maybe you're interested. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music is concerned, because I think they're a really good band. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why am I surprised I've never had it from this place before? Well, folks, that's because it's boom. That's beefy. This is a double cheeseburger from Scooby's. And I've reviewed things from Scooby's on the channel before. In fact, I just got through reviewing a Maxwell Street Polish from them, so, go check out that review if you want. And if you're unfamiliar with Scooby's, they're a line of most famously hot dogs, sort of like Chicago-style fare restaurants, kind of diner style, that have been around for quite a while. And I personally like them a lot. I always like trying out their stuff, but I don't think I've ever had a burger from them. I typically have certain items I go to. Burger! Now, what with them being a local establishment, their chain being featured in Illinois, this review is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is playlist just for Illinois spots. And because this is a burger, it's also going to end up on my Burgers for Days playlist, which is a playlist for just burger reviews. But let's take a look at this. Yes! Look at that, son! Oh man, okay, let's get a thing for the thing it looks like. Kind of do it like that. That looks like an impressive burger. And they asked what I wanted on it. The only things I wasn't down for were the onions and the pickles, because I was like, no, thank you. I just want my burger with, burger. Let's give it a go. That's a good burger. Those are some thick fucking patties, man. Seriously. I was expecting more smash style patties. But no, man, these things are properly thick. Got some tomato in there. Got some ketchup. Got some mustard. Some lettuce. I mean, that's just a good classic burger in my opinion. It's meaty, it's juicy. But the only thing I would say, for me personally, I could have done with a little bit lighter on the not on the ketchup, on the mustard. I'm a little bit here or there with mustard. I like it well enough in certain circumstances. In this instance, just a little bit too much. It's kind of, some of the bites I'm getting, just love it, perfect, absolutely meaty and juicy, nicely balanced. Certain bites I'm getting in it, I'm definitely getting a bit too much mustard. But that's a little bit of a nitpick. In the future, maybe I'd probably just ask for zero mustard on it. But in terms of the burger itself, that's a fantastic classic style burger. You got the nice thick patties. It feels like you're eating a proper burger. You know, I really didn't know what to expect coming into this. Because like I said, I like Scooby's. I've been going there for a lot of years. And I don't think I've ever really had anything I've disliked from them. But at the same time, I do think of them more as being like a hot dog place, you know, and then they've got the Italian beefs and stuff. Having a burger on a menu realistically doesn't mean that much when it comes to a lot of places. It's an easy win, you know. A lot of people like burgers. You can just put one together fairly quickly. And, you know, there you go. But it's nice to see that that's not the case here. Like, this is actually a good quality burger. It's really tasty. The beef tastes really nice. You know, it's not like a huge standout burger or anything like that. But seeing as how, again, it really could have been kind of a throwaway item just to have on the menu, it's really nice to see that not only is it quality, but it's also quality for value because it didn't cost that much. It was actually relatively cheap in terms of some of their other menu items. Like, that's a really good burger, you know? Again, it's not going to go over there and, you know, win any awards or anything like that, but in terms of especially just being a classic style burger, again, you feel like you're getting value. It's tasty. It's doing everything that a burger should. That's really good. That's really good. I like that a lot. And everything about it, just, you know, the veg tastes nice and everything like that. And like I said, I really do have to give them credit, like, because I have to admit, I wasn't expecting a lot. I was kind of like, I figure it'll be kind of a throwaway item. But no, like, that's actually a really solid burger. I'm kind of surprised that they don't, you know, and I get it. They have other items that are more their focal points. But honestly, like, that's proper. And when I consider, you know, when I think Scooby's, sort of the direct comparison that I think of is Portillo's. I've even done comparison videos between some of Portillo's items and Scooby's items. And I personally think Scooby's is very underrated and kind of under the radar. And I've had burgers from Portillo's and they're fine. But I'll be honest, I think that this, honestly, better burger than what you're getting from Portillo's. Maybe not, you know, huge difference, but I'm just throwing that out there. Not to cast shade on Portillo's. But anyway, two questions have to be asked, though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I mean, I'm going to go with yes and yes, but there are caveats. So here's the thing. For me personally, this is a good classic style burger. Is it a destination burger? No. This isn't something like Scooby's. For all they do, they definitely do have better items on their menu that are a little bit more standout. But this is one of those things where, especially now that I've had it, you know, sometimes, you know, yeah, maybe I want a beef, sometimes I want something else, but sometimes I also want just an item to go, you know, something I can maybe have for a little bit later, something like that. This would be a perfectly solid burger to have and to be happy that I'm going to have later in the day. Again, I've had better burgers, but again, in terms of being a menu item that really should have, in my opinion, probably just been a what the fuck ever type thing, it surprised me, and it's a good burger. So, you know, yeah, I would get it again, just not as a go-to burger. It's not like a destination burger. But if I'm recommending it, I think that's actually where it comes into play even more so because, you know, not everybody's like me. You know, thankfully, I've got quite a few burger places I like to go to. My burger threshold is probably a little bit higher than most people's. I honestly think that for a lot of people, if you're thinking more just, you know, your standard style burgers, this is going to be well above that. So it is one of those things where, you know, if you happen to go to a Scooby's, if you've never had one of their burgers, I would say go over there and give it a shot. It's a genuinely decent burger that does everything right. You can customize a little bit. Again, I might go a little bit lighter on the mustard personally, but there's nothing to dislike about it. It's a good classic style burger, and it's tasty. There's no reason for me to not recommend it. So, but by that same token, if you happen to be in the Chicagoland area, I could definitely recommend better burgers to you, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, tremendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly burger-tastic rest of your life. Because burgers are just great, man. Obviously not everybody likes them. That's fair. That's fair. But I do. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I want you to go out and do. If you happen to have a place, especially like a kind of local establishment type place like we have here in Illinois with Portillo's, and again, I'm not trying to rag on Portillo's, but I will say, don't get too mired down in that being a thing. Expand, your experience set, because there's far too many people I know who even live in Illinois who praise Portillo's to no end. And again, I'm not trying to shit on Portillo's. I think they're a nice spot. But there's so many other places out there that are doing, the same thing that they are, sometimes even a little bit better. And, I'm not saying, hey, don't go to that spot or anything. But again, just expand out, compare and contrast. Because, and to be fair, hey, I like Scooby's. Not everybody's going to like Scooby's as much as I do. They might prefer Portillo's, and that's perfectly fine. But take that opportunity, Life is full of awesome experiences. Anyway,